Hello everyone and welcome to my island, Sockington. I've been slowly building and playing on this island for the last few months. My island doesn't really have a theme, I'm just building whatever I like. I play on my islands most days, and you know what? I even made a cozy little playthrough the other day of my day-to-day chores around my island, and I posted that on my Melissaverse Unwind channel, which I'll have a link down below, so go check it out if you'd like to do your daily chores along with me. Today, I want to work on the area that's right here. You can probably tell that I want to build a small neighborhood. I think the houses might give that away. And then in the middle here, I want to build a season-themed area. I'll be changing this up every season. Now, since the first season, an in-game event is coming up for me. It is Turkey Day, and I want to build a very autumnal space, maybe an area for the villagers to enjoy Turkey Day together. I'll be changing it up pretty soon though, because I'll be decorating for Christmas as soon as December hits. So it will just be something temporary for now. Before we start with the build, I want to share a little island update with you all. There has definitely been a few changes since you've last seen this island, or maybe this is even your first time. This is my current map situation. I have a heart pond randomly behind resident services just because I wanted it to be there. That's basically my whole vibe and thought process for this island. Is I'm just going to build whatever I feel like. I currently only have 9 villagers on my island because I do have a new friend who is planned to move in tomorrow. I'm so excited. It is actually Ione. She is my birthday twin and I'm so excited to have her. She is the last villager I will need to complete my favorites on my island. Now my other villagers are Punchy, Rosie, Hazel and Grizzly. They all live in this little area that we're going to be building today, so we're going to be doing their houses. And then have Beardo and Azalea who live at the front of the island. And then I have Mary, Boots and Gale who are just kind of scattered randomly at the moment till I figure out where I want their houses to go. Like I said, these are some of my all-time favorite villagers. I like most of the villagers in Animal Crossing, so it was quite tricky to narrow it down to just these 10. If I ever decide I want to change one of them, obviously I can. It's not a problem, but for now, I'm happy with the 10 I have. Next, let's do a small little tour. So this is my current island look. I'm decorating for the autumn season, which will be changed in a couple of weeks when the snow hits the island, and we will decorate for Christmas and winter. I'll have to remove the Christmas stuff after Christmas and decorate for winter. I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see how we go. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, I'm using the in-game path as my main pathway, and I have a few little custom code designs chucked in here and there. I was debating whether to use codes or not, and I thought to myself, I enjoy custom codes and I also enjoy the in-game path, so I might as well do a bit of both. You can actually find the codes I'm using on my Pinterest board, also linked in the description. Now the island tour is over. This is all I've done so far. It is time to finally work on our little neighborhood. I feel like I haven't done an Animal Crossing build video in such a long time, so it's nice to be doing one on Sockington today. We're of course going to be starting with trees. I love trees everywhere. Isabel does not, but I do, so I don't care what she thinks. As long as we get that lily of the valley appear, I go get my gold watering can DIY because that means we're 5 stars. And then that means I can start adding even more trees everywhere. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever get to the point where Isabel says I have too many trees. I've probably been there before, but can't remember off the top of my head. I've added a lot of trees, look, as you can see. Some of them are in the way. Basically 2 trees that I've put down the front are in the way. We will change those a bit later. But let's go in with some fencing and start fencing off these house areas. I'm going to use the vertical board fence for the back houses, and these 2 front houses, which I think is Punchy and Rosie, we're just using the simple wood fence. I am going to be changing the color of the fence, maybe changing the color of the fence to a darker color when it starts to snow and we have snow lay on the ground, just because I will be changing everything else as well. I need to kind of explain what I'm planning to do. I'm going to be changing per season. So winter's coming next. I need to figure out what color scheme I want to go for. I think I'm going to go for a traditional red and green. And then I'm going to be changing, I don't know, the color of a bike, we'll say. So if I have a bike at the moment, it's probably orange or yellow on my island. I'll just take it to Reese and Cyrus and change it over for red and then pop it back. I will take pictures of my island so I know where the items go, but things like the fences and benches and things like that, if I feel like I want to change them for the seasons, I will do. When we get closer to Valentine's Day, everything's probably going to be pink, white and red. Yes, it is. It's just how I think I'm going to enjoy the game a lot more, rather than me doing what I used to do, which was choose a theme, stick to the theme, build the theme, restart. It was a lot to do each time. I think I got to the point where I don't want to do that anymore, hence why I'm going to have 4 islands that I never reset ever again. I just want to be able to change them whenever I feel like it. Another reason why I don't really mind the names, as long as I like the names of my islands, I can just make them whatever I feel like. And I do believe that when we get our 3.0 update in January, having the Slumber Islands is definitely going to make me feel a lot better too, especially when I want to create a theme for something. I could just go over there and do it rather than having to feel like I need to reset my island and go through the whole beginning process again. I can just go to the Slumber Island and build whatever I wish, and it's great, and I'm very much excited for it. Oh, there was a fight. Punchy and Beardo, oh my goodness. Why? Look at his little stompy feet. It is kind of cute, but we should find out what's wrong. What happened? There's no way Beardo can be that irritating. He must have taken classes. By the way, it took me about 8 attempts to get Punchy to finally tell me what was wrong. It was about a sandwich. Yep. Apparently he can't remember his sandwich recipe now because Beardo butted in and told him about his sandwich recipe instead. Don't you just love the lazy villagers? All they think about is sandwiches. I swear there's a fight on my island every single day that I play. I've been playing quite regularly, not every day, but I have been playing most days on this island. Hence why, well, if you watched my Sunflora video, I was going to be playing that island normally and slow, but I couldn't. I literally didn't have time to play this island and Sunflora and do everything else that I needed to do in daily life. It was not possible, and I wasn't enjoying trying to do both. So I'm just gonna stick with doing this one day by day, and the other islands will just be whatever I want them to be. I'm sure I'll make a dedicated video on all my islands altogether so you all don't get confused and you know what I'm doing with them. I'll do a video soon, I'm sure of it. I just need to get the islands to 3 stars. Yeah, that's my next thing. I need to get all 3 islands to 3 stars. It's gonna be something. It's gonna take me a little while, but I'm up for the challenge. Now, this little middle area that we're currently working on, I am not sure. I don't know if I like the little tiles going through the middle like that. I'm gonna leave it because it does look okay. By the end of the video you'll see it. It does look okay. It's not my favorite thing that I've ever done, but I'm gonna change it for Christmas, so there is no point in me changing it now. I might as well do it to a point where I'm like, yeah, you know what, that's okay for now. It looks cute for autumn season and for Turkey Day, and that is my plan. So yeah, just bear with that. We're gonna trust the process with that one, but it's gonna change. It will change in 2 weeks. I think the snow happens mid-December. I'm gonna say the 11th. Or maybe the 10th or the 12th. It's one of those days. Anyway, we are going around and popping even more fencing down. I'm alternating the hedges and popping simple fencing in between. I do love an alternated fence. I do it quite regularly on my island. And we're also going to do it in this middle section, but not too much though. Just at the sides, just to kind of frame it in. Like I said, we're going to be ripping this whole middle bit out. As soon as the snow starts, it's going to be ripped out and we're going to replace it with festive trees. I think they're called festive trees. They're not called Christmas trees in this game. They're festive trees. And the illuminated ones too. I don't know. We're going to see how we go. Pick a color scheme. Change the flowers and the bushes and the other bits that are staying over, and then we'll go in with the new items. And I'll probably do that in a video as well, because we'll have to change around everything on my island that's currently built. I don't plan to have my island finished, by the way, before the 3.0 update. Maybe this one might be finished by then, but I'm not aiming for it. If it is, it is. It won't be 100% finished. Like, I won't have the beaches done and the houses done and stuff, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to get to the point where I've rushed it to that point. Same with the other 3 islands. I am not planning to have them finished by the 3.0 update. That is crazy. Can you imagine me trying to do 4 islands in what? How many weeks is it? It's like 6 weeks. 7, 8 weeks. I don't know how many weeks. I don't know how many weeks till the update, but it's crazy to try and do it by January 15th. It's not going to happen. I just want to get them all to 3 stars and get them going, get them started and ready for me to build on and enjoy building them, basically. I know that when the Slumber Islands come around though, that's going to take up so much of my time. I know I'm going to absolutely love that feature. I have big plans. I have big plans for the Slumber Islands. You'll see. I won't reveal all just yet. I feel like I could probably sit here and talk about the update for so long, but that's not the point of this video. We're supposed to be building on my island. I'm sure some of you wouldn't mind though. Some of you have always told me you love to hear me ramble on about all sorts of stuff. Oh, balloon. Yes, I do need to get the balloons. I do. It's part of the Nook Mile achievement. So part of having the islands forever, as they're called Forever Islands. I know some people are confused by the concept of Forever Islands, so I will explain to you. Basically, us who were chronic restarters, I think, in fact, there was two types of chronic restarters. There was those who would start an island, build an island completely, save the dream address, and restart. And then there was those who would restart, start an island, and then restart again before they finish it. There is those. Let me know which type of restarter you are down below. If you're a restarter, let me know. I think it's quite funny. We might do a poll to see the majority of the votes and see which one is more the case. Anyway, we like to restart our islands every time we finish them. We don't keep them. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm going to be keeping them. Hence why they're called Forever Islands. It's an island you'll never restart. And there's obviously technical issues, but when's that ever happened? Like, I've never experienced a technical issue of losing my island. You know what? I wish I never said that now. I wish I never said that now because I feel like I've ruined my luck. Yep, well done you. Anyway, I was putting custom codes around the front of the houses, cute little tiny slabs and some dirt code as well. Oh, and also I should mention before I, run off on a different conversation again, when we were talking about Forever Islands, and it was actually in fact talking about Nook Miles. Oh my gosh, we've run 3 conversations. First things first, custom codes. You will find those on my Pinterest. My Pinterest is linked down below. It is in the section Melissaverse Islands, and there should be a Sockington area there, and it will have all the codes I've ever used on this island. So even ones that I'm going to be using for different times of the year, I'm going to keep them all there in case I want to go back to them, and also in case anyone sees this video in the future and you're like, wait, I want to use that code. It's going to be on my Pinterest board. It's so much easier than having to retype everything in the description box. So that's why I'm keeping it on Pinterest. What else was I say? Oh yes, the Nook Miles. So the Forever Island, for me, what I want to do for my 4 Forever Islands is have complete catalogs, have all the reactions, all the Nook Mile points, just basically everything. I want to complete the museum as well myself. I want to complete it in a legit way, so I don't want to cheat. I don't want to go to the treasure island. And also, you can't really go to the treasure islands for the fish and the bugs and the sea creatures. You have to actually get them yourself, otherwise it doesn't go in your Critterpedia, and that will bug me. No pun intended. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what a Forever Island is. Also, please do ignore the beautiful laid out items on the top there on my terraforming. That is for myself. Yep, I am creating my own catalog for my other switches. I need to catalog all the items so that I can use those items on the Slumber Island, and I thought the easiest way to do that is to make myself a catalog. So I am. If you don't know what a catalog is, basically you put the items down, someone comes over, picks up the item, drops the item, ta-da, cataloged. You now have access to that item. It is great. It means they can go back to their island and order it from the Nook Stop Shop. We're going off on a tangent again. Oh my goodness. While I was again talking about random other things, we were decorating Hazel's little garden. I thought, what can I do for Hazel other than give her an actual garden? So that's what we've done. We've got the little potted plants. We've got a little dirt bit there that I've laid down, which I will be putting some vegetables in. Not sure what I'm going to do with that little space during the festive season. Maybe we could change it over for trees, because I think I'm just going to put pumpkins there today. It's autumnal. The pumpkins will be there for a couple of weeks, and then I don't know what I'll change it to. Let me know what you think down below. Should I change it to maybe trees, or what should I do? Now we're over by Grizzly's little garden. Punchy's here, and Grizzly. I think I saw Grizzly's sleeve. Now I saw a picture on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I still accidentally call it Twitter, but I saw this really cute design that someone had put these patchwork sofas together. They also used a patchwork table. I think I'm not going to be using that, and it was so stinking cute. I will insert a picture here with the account. I thought it was so adorable, and I had to recreate something similar on my island, and who better to do it for than our cozy little bear. I probably will end up making more cozy little spaces like that because I really just like them. Now I thought the lights were a little bit too much behind all of this, because the lights take up one whole square behind. It made everything feel too forward and cramped together, so I'll find somewhere else for these lights to go. I did try them here in the middle, but I don't think they look look right. I don't really like them. And I did want some lights around this little roundabout section that we have, so I did go in with the garden lanterns. I did add 4 of those in the end. We had 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. For the lights, I moved them. I think they look so much better at the entrance and the exit of this small little neighborhood area. Oh, yes. I don't know if you've seen behind the neighborhood. There is a whole path behind there. There is a whole path, and I need to put in some inclines, some terraforming. We got a whole bunch of stuff to do for this area, that's for sure. It took me about, I think, 4 hours in total to do this build, including Treasure Island trips, because I have been using Treasure Island so that I can get all the items I need and get the amount that I need. We need to start making a start on this little middle section. I want to make it perfect for Turkey Day. Now, Turkey Day is obviously based on Thanksgiving. We don't have Thanksgiving here in the UK, but I have the general idea of what happens during Thanksgiving. So I'm going to try and make an area for my villagers to celebrate Turkey Day on my island. Even though I know they won't celebrate it here in the neighborhood, they will be celebrating it at resident services. But you know, you can just pretend. I can pretend, right? Also, I'm knocking down terraforming because I need a little bit more space to the left side of Punchy's house to put some trees in. Of course it's trees, right? You knew it would be. I will probably make this 3-tiered terraforming to the left side a little bit later on. Maybe when I figure out what I actually want to put up there and how I want the layout to be. But for now, we're just gonna, you know, patch it in, temporary fix until we figure out what we want to do. I do want to stick an incline in the back here. I think I said I was going to stick inclines in earlier because there is that big old road behind my residential area. It will make sense, you know, it'll make it easy for me to have access to the 3rd tier, 2nd tier, whatever I decide to do. I also will be putting another incline down the front here, but we will not be doing that today. Because I am not time traveling on my island, I will not be time traveling to move the incline in. That's also a reason why the buildings were already in place. I did this days ago. I moved the buildings one by one. I even moved in all my villagers. I used amiibo cards. Honestly, didn't realize how long it takes. I've used amiibo cards so many times, but I've always just scanned them in, gave them the gift, time traveled, and so on and so forth. But it actually takes about 5 days, I think, to fully do it, because you have the 3 days that you have to give them the gifts, and then you invite them on the 3rd day, and then the villager you choose to move out is moving out. And then the next day, there's a board up saying that it's sold, and then the day after that, the villager is unboxing their stuff, and then the next day is when they start walking around. So it takes quite a while. You don't realize. I mean, in that space of time when the villager is moving in, you can start inviting another amiibo, so it's not too bad, but it's still quite a long process. Now, I did add some little saplings down at the front because I took out my big old trees. I have to remember to stunt those. I do. Since I'm not time traveling, I have to remember to stunt them on the right day, and I'm not sure if that's today as I'm recording this, so I'm gonna have to check after I've done this video because I didn't record this video today. Nope, I recorded this video a couple of days ago. By the way, why is Rosie so sweet? So cute. She was waving at Grizzly and Grizzly waved back. Oh my gosh, I love these villagers. So I've done my best here and thought, what can I add to my Turkey Day table? We have the Turkey Day casserole dish thing. We also have the decoration. For food, I added the pumpkin pound cake, I think it is, and also the pumpkin pie. I didn't really know what else to add. I think it looks cute. I mean, it's on point with the pumpkins around the area, so I guess that makes up for it. Let's add a couple more bushes around the area. I want to kind of fence each of the gardens off, but not with fencing, so I'm hoping the bushes look nice. If I end up changing them later, I will do. I realized though I have to change all these bushes soon in a couple of weeks. I will be changing them to holly bushes because the holly bushes will be in bloom. Now, I didn't want to use any in bloom bushes at this current time. I think it's the tea olive that's in bloom right now. I did have those originally on my island and they just didn't look right. I didn't really like them. They were too green. I swear it was the tea olive. I can't remember what else it would have been, but I wasn't keen, so hence why I'm using hydrangeas. But I will be changing them over for holly for the Christmas season. Now, we had this little right section as well, and I was just messing around with the lawn chairs. I thought we could do a little lawn chair area for people to sit and eat some food together. I don't know. It was an idea. I think it looks quite cute. It's kind of like a cozy little corner there. Now, I do need to work on these big front sections in front of the houses. I'm going to temporarily fill these. As I said before, I know I'm going to be ripping it out and putting some Christmas trees in, or festive trees, sorry, in those areas real soon. So for now, we're just going to give Punchy a little barbecue and a wooden box. I don't know. It will look better when it comes to Christmas and we can decorate with the Christmas trees and maybe do little logging areas and stuff. I don't know. I'll come up with some ideas. Also, I did just see Mary skipping. Not Mary, Rosie. I did just see Rosie skipping and it was so cute. The villagers, honestly, they melt my heart. If you actually stop and play this game like it was intended, obviously I'm not playing fully as it was intended because I'm using treasure islands, but if you fully get to know your villagers rather than just having them on the island as an aesthetic, they are so sweet and I feel like I've forgotten how sweet they are. Right, I would say one thing that annoys me that you never really experience if you didn't talk to your villagers: the intrusion. Yes, so when I go and visit dream addresses, I do go there from Sockington because this is the switch too, and means I'll get no lag on any fully filled islands. And sometimes I'll wake up from the dream address after I've finished recording my tour and there'll be a knock at the door. Yep. Not even seconds. They don't even wait. They do not wait. They are knocking at the door and they're like, hello. And I'm just laying on the bed with my legs all sprawled out everywhere and looking like a complete mess after my dream. And they're just there. They're like, hello. I'm like, thanks. Thanks for intruding while I'm busy. Other than that, I think the village is quite sweet. So yes, I definitely recommend, if you haven't tried talking to your villagers before, that you should go and talk to your villagers. By the way, this isn't my first time talking to my villagers. I thought I'd clear that up. I have been playing this game since the day one of its release, and I used to play normally. I used to play every single day. I used to talk to my villagers every day, give them presents, everything. I used to do all that. I just haven't done it for a very long time, years in fact. And actually I'm kind of curious. I would like to know, those of you that purchased Animal Crossing New Horizons or had it purchased or gifted to you after the hype. So I'd say maybe after 2.0, maybe in the last 2 years, if you've purchased it for the first time and played it for the first time, how did you play first? Did you straight away go into this and time travel and get custom codes and go to treasure islands and all that stuff? Or did you play it properly? I'm generally very curious about this because as someone who has played since day one, I started by playing the game how it was supposed to for at least the first year. And then I discovered catalog islands, treasure islands and things like that. But yeah, I did play it properly for a very, very long time. And I didn't actually restart my island fully, my save file. I didn't restart till I started YouTube. And that was about 3 years ago now. So I don't know. I'm just really curious. So I'd love to read your comments and thoughts on that down below. I mean, I do hope that most of you played the game how it was supposed to be played in at least your first few months or even year of having the game. It definitely is worth it if you haven't done that already. I know that's going to be a bit difficult to go back to if you've already experienced time traveling and treasure islands. I think time traveling, treasure islands and things like that haven't ruined the game, but it definitely has changed how people feel towards the game and gameplay aspects. Has it prolonged the life of Animal Crossing New Horizons before we got the announcement of this update? Definitely. I feel like less people would be playing if there was no treasure islands or if there was no time traveling. Less people would play. I do firmly believe that. But obviously, if Nintendo had kept up regular updates, people would still be playing. Whether there was treasure islands or not, or whether you could time travel or not, I think people would still play really regularly if there was regular updates. I don't know how I feel about it. I obviously appreciate having treasure islands because it's allowed me to grow my channel and build all the islands that I've built in the past, and I don't regret having them, and I still won't regret having them. I will admit though, I am so excited to have a new game in the future and go back to that way of playing before. You know, in 2020 when this game came out, in that horrible time, I had so much fun and I was so grateful for this game and the friends that I made along the way. So I'm very, very excited to eventually get a new game. I think even the 3.0 will bring back some sort of community. Well, I do hope so. I know I've seen a few people who aren't that excited for the update, but a lot of us are, and I'm one of the ones that is very excited. But right, back to this build because I've been talking too much about other stuff. We've just planted Hazel some pumpkins and I'm gonna pick them. Yep. And I wanted to remember to water those so that I could have various different numbers of pumpkins, but I won't remember. Here is a little spoiler for you. I don't remember to water them, and I still haven't remembered today. I've remembered right now as I'm editing this video. We need to finish the little bit of fencing here behind Hazel's house. By the way, I am planning to play Happy Home Paradise. I want to play it properly though. I want to decorate all 30 houses as they intended to be and eventually do all of the houses. That will take me a very long time. Who knows if I'll even get that done by the time a new game decides to come out. I doubt it. But a girl can dream and wish, right? Now we want to add a few more little finishing touches of flowers and weeds here and there to bulk it out a little bit. I'll probably have to come back later. I'm kind of waiting though, because I'm going to have to change them over for winter flowers soon. But on that note, we've finished the build and Grizzly is here to let you know it's finished as well. And you know what we do at the end of our builds? We do a little walk around. I feel like I haven't done a walk around of a build in so long. The last build I did was the castle on Velastra, which Velastra is no more. It isn't. And even then I didn't do a walk around because it was just like a viewing thing. But here is my neighborhood. We need to pop our little incline in there. I'll probably do that the next day I play on this island when I remember. Also, I love that I put all these little codes on the floor. I know some people might not like the weird little lines and the flowers on the road, but I really like it. It adds a little bit of cutesy along with the flowers on the little tiles there as well. I do believe that those were made by the one and only Crystal Cat. And so if you're looking for more Crystal Cat codes, please do go to Crystal's Twitter or X account rather, or Instagram. Go check it out. Crystal makes some amazing designs. I'm obsessed with everything Crystal makes, so go check it out. But here is the cute little garden areas. Grizzly's probably is my favorite with this cozy little seating setup. Oh my gosh, I love it. There's a little board game on there as well and a little iced latte. I do love an iced coffee, I do. Also, here is that road at the back of the houses. We got that incline that needs to be put in as well. I think I need to pay for it yet. I haven't paid the bells to pay it off, so I'm going to have to remember to do that as well. I think I remembered. I'll soon find out when I log onto my game and there's no incline there and still Lloyd. I wonder how much the villagers would have donated. Probably not much. Here we have a little Hazel's house again. Haven't watered the crops. I will do it. One day I'll remember. You watch, I'll remember when I need to replace them. We also have Rosie's little garden too. She's got a little wash line. I can't wait to add some more items to this space. I'm just waiting for Christmas. Can you tell? But I think it's still nicely decorated though till we get to Christmas. Now this middle section, like I said, I don't not like it. I just can't wait to turn it Christmas. It's very cute. I think I did a good job of making a little Turkey Day space and still making it feel autumnal as well, since we are still in the season of autumn. But I am excited for it to snow and for me to put some Christmas trees out. But there it is. We have finished looking around our build today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very nice to do a walkthrough. I haven't done one of these in quite a long time. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, please do a like, comment, and subscribe. Also, go check out all my socials. I have Twitter/X, Instagram, Discord, 2 other channels. Go check them out. Also, just want to say a quick shout out to the members of this channel. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really appreciate it. I do have a members video coming real soon. I haven't forgotten you, don't worry. But then everyone, I hope you have the loveliest of days and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.